Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, yes, tamu sana. Yesterday, Secretary Generals of political parties forming Azimio One Kenya Alliance met. And we are being told the meeting was very stormy. At some point, ODM Secretary General and Jubilee Secretary General, that's Edwin Sifuna and Jeremiah Kioni, actually stormed out of that meeting. So the meeting was very, very stormy. And also during the meeting, we are being told that the president gave a very stern warning to Kalonzo Musyoka and also Alfred Mutua of Maendeleo Chapchap. And that was because about 1 day ago, Kalonzo's Wiper Party wrote a protest letter to the registrar of political parties, urging the registrar to stop the registration of Azimio One Kenya Alliance. And then some few days ago, rather about a day ago again, Maendeleo Chapchap leader Alfred Mutua also threatened to quit Azimio. So we are being told the president was not very happy, and he gave a stern warning to those two leaders. Yes. So in this video, I want us to dissect all that to see exactly what they mean politically and what might actually be happening in Azimio One Kenya Alliance. But before we do that, let's have a look at an extract, or rather a publication by Nation reporting what the president might have allegedly told Kalonzo and Alfred Mutua. At the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Coalition Party meeting yesterday, the Secretariat's Executive Director, Raphael Tuju, reportedly delivered the message from the president, who is Azimio's council chairman. It was a thinly veiled but firm statement that once we agreed to enter into the agreement, we must now abide by its rules, which are very clear, that withdrawal can only take place 6 months after elections, a Secretary General who attended the meeting said. That's a publication, that's Nation, just quoting what the president might have said. And if you go through that story, we are being told that the president was very categorical on Kalonzo Musyoka and also on Alfred Mutua. So in this video, I want us to dig deep to see exactly what is happening behind the scenes in Azimio. In case you've bumped here for the very first time, kindly subscribe, give this video a like. Yes. From that Nation publication, I'm seeing the president telling Kalonzo Musyoka to either shape up or ship out. And I'm saying that because it's alleged that the president reminded Kalonzo Musyoka and Alfred Mutua of what the law says. The law stipulates that they can only withdraw from Azimio after 6 months. But technically what the law stipulates is that you can withdraw 3 months after the election, but having given a 3-month notice. That's technically 6 months. So Kalonzo Musyoka or Alfred Mutua can only withdraw from Azimio in March next year, 2023. So the president is politely telling Kalonzo and Mutua to shape up or to ship out. But if they want to ship out, then they should follow what the law stipulates. That's what I'm seeing the president saying. But from other sources, we are being told that everything was sorted out and that there is some kind of normalcy now in Azimio. Yes, but we are just waiting to see what will happen next. In this video, I want us to dig deep to see exactly why Kalonzo is protesting to the registrar of political parties and what that portends politically for Azimio and for Raila Amolo Odinga? Yes, that's what I want us to find out in this video. Yes. Kalonzo's first problem, Kalonzo wants a three-legged stool, but he believes that the agreement that was deposited with the registrar of political parties has a four-legged stool. So he wants the registration of Azimio to be stopped. And when I talk about three-legged and four-legged stool, Kalonzo wants the dominant players in Azimio to be three. That's ODM, Jubilee, and Wiper. He does not want any dominant player in Azimio. So Kalonzo wants that these other small parties can either play a role in Azimio by joining any of those three dominant players. But from the look of things, Kalonzo believes that a fourth-legged stool, or rather a fourth caucus of Mwanzo Mpya is a collection or a combination of these other small parties. Kalonzo has a feeling that another leg was also incorporated into the agreement that was deposited with the registrar of political parties. Kalonzo is protesting about that. And the reason Kalonzo is protesting about that is because now, if it's a three-legged stool, then in terms of power sharing, then these three dominant players will share power equally. So if there are four, they will also share power equally among these four dominant players. So Kalonzo believes that if there are four, then he will be disadvantaged by maybe getting lesser positions as opposed to when there are three. That's why Kalonzo is complaining. And then Kalonzo's second complaint, Kalonzo wants the issue of the running mate to be sorted out. Kalonzo believes that maybe he is being shortchanged as far as the issue of a running mate is concerned. So he wants that also to be sorted out. And then Kalonzo also believes that the Azimio caucus, Azimio council members, has been increased from 7 to 11. And in case maybe you don't know, out of the 7 members, the original members, we have SK Macharia, we have Oparanya, we have former Speaker Ole Kaparo, we have Anyang' Nyong'o, and Dr. Salikos Gei, and also Professor Makau Mutua. Those are making Azimio Council membership. And you know, if you look at the hierarchy of Azimio party, or rather Azimio coalition, the top hierarchy is the party leader, and then we have the deputy party leader. And then now we come to the council. So the council will play a very vital role in Azimio, assuming they form government. So Kalonzo believes that maybe that number might have been increased to 11 instead of 7. Kalonzo is also just complaining about that. So technically, those are Kalonzo Musyoka's protests to the registrar of political parties. And the registrar so far responded. The registrars made it very clear that the agreement that was deposited with her office cannot be amended or changed unless all parties agree. So as it is right now, with the registrar of political parties, nothing can be changed from that document unless all these parties agree. Yeah. So that is just technically a big blow to Kalonzo Musyoka. So Kalonzo Musyoka has to be contented with things as they are. That agreement cannot be changed. Maybe after election, after 6 months, it can only maybe be changed 6 months after the election. So as it is today, Kalonzo has to be contented with things as they are in Azimio. And if you dig deep again, before Kalonzo Musyoka joined Azimio, Azimio team were largely organized. They were reading from the same page. But upon Kalonzo Musyoka joining Azimio, we are seeing some kind of division and disunity, an indication that Kalonzo's entrance or other entry to Azimio has just caused some kind of disunity. And there are some demands by Kalonzo Musyoka that are clearly not practical. Kalonzo wants some kind of zoning to be done in Ukambani. Kalonzo wants only Wiper, or rather Kalonzo wants Ukambani region to be preserved for only Wiper. But technically that's something that is not possible. And those are just some things that are causing disagreements in Azimio. Because before Kalonzo joined Azimio, the three Ukambani governors, that's Ngilu, Mutua, and Kibwana, were really doing a good job for Azimio in Ukambani. Kalonzo was largely not campaigning, and William Ruto was making some inroads in Ukambani. So without these three Ukambani governors, William Ruto, I know, could have made some major inroads in Ukambani. But that was largely stopped by these three governors campaigning against William Ruto in Ukambani. So Kalonzo Musyoka was all those kind of efforts that was done previously before he joined Azimio. He wants that just to be washed away. Something that, in my considered opinion, might actually augur very negatively for Azimio team. And then also nationally, before Kalonzo joined Azimio, nationally Azimio, they were very much organized, even in their campaigns across the country. But upon Kalonzo joining Azimio, there is total confusion. In fact, Kalonzo, from some quarters, is being seen as thwarting Raila's presidential bid. Kalonzo is being seen as if he does not want Raila Odinga to win this year's presidency. That's technically, ladies and gentlemen, what is also coming out clearly. Otherwise, just as I did state when we were starting, in case you've bumped here for the very first time, and so far you have not yet subscribed, kindly subscribe, give this video a like. Thank you, God bless you, God bless Kenya. And I'm forgetting something here. I'm forgetting that will be a story in our next video. God bless you, God bless Kenya.